Hi, welcome back to my channel. And this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah, let's get into it. So I really don't even know where to start. This season started off fresh, exciting. I was like, oh, okay, I might be able to get into it. I didn't really know what to expect because my boo is not here. My boo is at home living her best life with baby Jet and cousin Chris. And so, I didn't have much expectations for this season of Real Housewives of Potomac, but it started off really nice. I was enjoying myself. And then around, I don't know, episode 4 or 5, things just went zoom, zoom, just down. And yeah, y'all been watching, y'all seen it. Yeah, I was enjoying the earlier episodes with Jazzy, the ones that were more Jazzy focused. She was doing what she was supposed to do. Like, she has it. Whatever that it quality is, that it factor for a housewife, Jazzy has it. Kiana, I'm not gonna say she don't have it, but I'm gonna say she wasn't ready. Okay, she wasn't ready. She's not giving me much of anything. Like, I really like her and I'm rooting for her, but you gotta give us something, girl. You're just not giving us much of nothing. I'm sorry. And whoever's idea was to extend an invitation to Jacqueline on this trip and not Jazzy, you need to be reprimanded. You need to be something fired. I don't know. They need to dock your pay. Get deducted. Because, what? Y'all were trying to punish Jazzy, but you're punishing the viewers. Jacqueline over Jazzy? Jacqueline... What are we watching? Like, what is going on with this show? This show is sinking. It's sinking very fast. Okay, so I told y'all that if it turns out that Mia was lying about what happened with Gordon and the kids, I was gonna come down here and drag her. I just don't got no energy for Mia. I just don't. Like, the lady is a liar. The lady is a liar, and it's just the fact that nobody bought her BS story about what happened to Gordon. Her lies are exhausting and they're stupid. It's boring and it's putting me to sleep and I'm over it. Like, why is she, like, why? Like, are you guys that desperate for someone? Like, y'all have nobody else to put on the show but Mia and Jacqueline? People are getting upset when we say that she's declassing the show. Not only is she declassing the show, she's ruining the show. She's ruining the show. This is dumb. Mia knew nothing was wrong with her kids. She knew nothing was wrong with her kids. When they played back the footage of her in the van saying that Gordon picked up the kids, and the look on Karen's face was all of us. None of us are buying her BS. And I'm just... Side note, I'm starting to have a problem. I'm starting to feel a way about these shows and the producers of these shows and the editors of these shows. Y'all watch these shows, okay? Y'all do the editing, y'all do the cutting and pasting, y'all put this together, y'all view this, y'all watch this, y'all add confessionals for context, and y'all looked at this and thought, our audience is gonna be entertained by this. They're gonna love this. The viewers are gonna believe the shenanigans and the lies that Mia comes up with. It's making me feel away because it's making me feel like production thinks that the viewers are idiots. Whatever we slap together, piece together, they're going to eat it all up. Is that what y'all think of us? That we want to be entertained by Mia? I'm going to need y'all to think better of us. Do y'all think that little of us and our intelligence to keep putting this on our TV screens for us to consume? What is really the, like, really? Yeah, the people on Twitter said y'all can go ahead and wrap up season 9. Y'all can go ahead and keep the rest of the episodes. We don't really want them. And I'm kind of with my people on Twitter because what is this? Like, what are we watching? You know the season is bad when I ain't got no questions for the reunion. Usually I be having questions by episode 3, okay? I had no questions for the reunion. Andy's like, yeah, I'm filming the reunion. What are your questions for the ladies of Potomac? I ain't got no questions. I ain't got no questions. My questions ain't for the ladies on Potomac. My questions are for you, the producers. So that's who my questions are for. But child, I guess. About Giselle letting Mia off the hook, I just don't even care anymore. It is what it is, okay? If you want to sit up there and let this lady call your children whores, not your business. I don't really care. I Giselle is never beating the colorist accusations ever. But in this particular case, I think it has more to do with the fact that Giselle knows that Mia has dirt on her. Giselle knows that Mia knows the real tea. When Mia start to talking, it's not going to be looking too good for Miss Giselle, Robin, Ashley, for none of them. So Giselle has to choose her next move very carefully while dealing with Mia. I don't buy that all is forgiven. I think she's definitely going to get Mia back. Maybe go to production and do something sneaky. She's going to do something. Actually, let me tell y'all what I think. So we all watched this last episode on Monday where Ashley was kissing on Jacqueline to make Mia jealous. I think that possibly if they keep Jacqueline and Mia around for next season, which I hope they do not, but if they do, I think that the writings are on the wall. Giselle and Ashley are going to embrace Jacqueline. They're going to lay it on thick. They're going to love, love, love on Jacqueline and make Mia feel insignificant, really, because Mia has her lapdog in Jacqueline, right? And anything that Mia says or does, Jacqueline is going to back her up. It gives her, a confidence. And it makes Jacqueline kind of fall in line because Jacqueline, nobody there really is your friend. But if Ashley and Giselle both embrace Jacqueline, she don't have to kiss up to Mia the way she normally does. She don't have to be Mia's mouthpiece. She can kind of stand on her own. And we all know that if Mia doesn't have all the attention on her, she gonna shrivel up and just die. We all know, let me not say that because they're going to say I tried to kill Mia. We all know that if Mia doesn't have everyone's attention, she's going to lose her shit. If they start, uplifting Jacqueline and ignoring Mia, Mia is going to lose her shh. So that is my prediction for season 10 if they do in fact bring back Jacqueline and Mia. They're going to kiss up to Jacqueline, something heavy, and to piss off Mia, really. That's what I think is going to happen. But yeah, I don't think Mia's safe. I think Giselle's definitely going to get her back. She just can't do it in plain sight. She's going to hit her the way she tried to get Monique. She's either going to try to get Jacqueline to come at Mia and embarrass Mia and do something bad to Mia, or someone else. She's not going to do it out in the open. She's in a tight spot. We all know that somebody done already tapped Giselle on her shoulder. Tap, tap, ma'am. Yeah, you better get you some act right. Or else she'll be joining Robin Dixon. She know. You'll be on Traitors next episode. Yeah, you'll be down to Traitors next season if you don't stop acting like a bully. So she can't really do too much to Mia. And Mia clearly is the one that they have positioned to be, censor flute. She has to tread lightly, but I definitely think that this is not over. We know that Giselle ain't letting this go. Or do we? Maybe she will. I don't know. I don't really care. I just suspect, because I've been watching this show, I suspect that Ashley and Giselle are really going to play in Mia's face next season. She coming for you, Mia. I don't think you safe. I just don't. Now, all this sex talk on Potomac, it's so cheesy. It's so cornball. It's so lame. It's so goofy. I can't. I get so annoyed by it. I asked the people on Twitter, like, are y'all entertained by me and Jacqueline's, sexcapades? Do y'all want to know about this? And everybody said they're not interested. They didn't find it the least bit interesting. Neither do I. So why are we always talking about it? Low-key, I don't want to hear about any of their sex lives. Like, you know who was entertaining? The women on New York. Because it was just real. Like, it wasn't forced. Like, they just were just being themselves. Sonya and Luann, they had themselves good times with the fellas. And it just was real. It wasn't like overtly, they weren't describing too much. Like, it came off natural, like natural conversation that you have with your homegirls, right? Whenever the Potomac girls talk about it, it just seems so forced. It just seems so awkward and cringy. You know what I just thought of while I'm sitting here? We ain't talking about nothing, no way. It ain't nothing happening in the episode. But it was like Luann, Sonya, Ramona, the girls was getting their back cracked on that show. And it was no big deal. But whenever it's the black girls, it's always some big scandal. Why is that? Tanya and Portia was in the room with Bolo getting her back blown out. And it was just this massive scandal. And it was like, who was it? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. And it was just like, what's all that for? What is all that for? Oh, Karen is hoeing around. Karen is this, Karen. Now, Karen is married. But still, like, why is it always some big scandal when the black girls is popping they pee? Why is it a scandal? Because when Ramona, Luann, and Sonya was doing it, baby, it was no big deal. It was like, okay. Like, why is it such a big scandal when the black girls are having sex? See, this is my theory, right? I feel like whenever they have a season where they don't know what to do, their default thing is to talk about these women's sex lives, exploit them, and make them, ashamed of being sexual beings. Why is that? They did that in season 9 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all didn't know what to do. That was the first time that Nene wasn't going to be a part of, Roa. So what did they do? Y'all exploited those women's sexuality. Y'all put Portia and Candy in that whole situation. I feel like that was sparked up because y'all didn't have nothing else to talk about. Well, I won't say they didn't have nothing else. They had lots to talk about, but they were nervous. So what did they do? They default to exploiting the black girls' sexuality. Season 13, again, when Nene was gone and y'all didn't know what to talk about. That was the panorama season. What did y'all do? Y'all defaulted to exploiting the women's sexuality. Y'all did way too much with the bachelorette party for Cynthia. Y'all had the sex swings. Y'all had Bolo. He had his Bolo. It was huge, right? But you know what I mean. We saw that video on Twitter, okay? Y'all saw it. Why is it whenever y'all don't know what to do with a season, y'all default to exploiting the black women's sexuality? I don't like that. I feel like the forced conversations about sex and what this person and that person and this person is doing, it's corny. It's corny. Nothing about it is interesting. It's cute. It's entertaining. That should have been on the cutting room floor. I just feel like sometimes you might be like, girl, I gotta tell you what happened, right? Those conversations do happen in real life, right? They do. But the way that they do it, especially in Potomac, it just doesn't never flow right. It's just always weird. And it's like, I'm sorry, but they don't have no hot couples on Potomac. So I really don't want to hear about none of you guys' sexual adventures. I just do not. None of you. None of you. Like, I'm trying to think out of all the couples on Housewives. You know who I think was a hot couple? I think that even though I don't like Renna anymore, I think Renna and her husband, I used to think they were a hot couple. But then we start hearing weird stuff about Harry, and now I don't see them as a hot couple no more. But I used to think that they were a hot couple. I probably would listen to their stories. Just a little bit. Who else? You know who's a hot couple? Gertie and Russell. That's a hot couple. Even Kyle and Mauricio. And I don't even like Kyle. Y'all know I don't like Kyle. And I don't like Mauricio anymore either. But they was a hot couple. Phaedra and Apollo back in the day, they was a hot couple. I'm gonna spill a little bit of tea because we ain't talking about that. The Potomac was bored. Do y'all remember? I don't even remember exactly where this was, but you know how the guys used to talk. And Apollo was saying one time, what was Apollo saying? I think they was talking about, like, you know, when your wife mad at you, does she not give you none or whatever, whatever. And Apollo was like, oh no, me and my wife don't have that problem. He was like, we both Scorpios. He said, all I got to do is pull her close to me. And I was like, I was seated. I wanted to hear what Apollo was talking about. But the rest of these couples on these shows, I don't want to know about Karen and Uncle Ray. I never need to hear nothing else about Karen and Uncle Ray and slobbing knobs, her in the bathtub with Uncle Ray. I don't need any of this. I don't need to hear that. I never want to hear about Ashley and any of her partners. I don't want to hear about Kiana and Greg. I don't want to hear about none of these ladies. I'm so sorry, but I do not. I remember when Mia asked Gordon if he washed his ass before he got into the bed. You're married to a man that you have to remind him to wash his ass. Please never tell us nothing else about your sex life, Mia. I never want to know nothing else. Never. Wendy and Eddie are probably the hottest couple in Potomac. I don't want to hear about them either. Y'all know I love Candace and Chris. I don't want to hear about them. I don't want to hear about y'all sex lives. Like, none of y'all do I want to hear about what y'all doing. It's not giving nothing I want to hear about. I just don't. I'm sorry. But yeah, back to this episode. Nothing really happened. There was nothing to talk about. I real life cannot even believe that Wendy sat up there and read the blog article about Sesame Street suing Kiana. That's how you know there was nothing else going on that trip. There's nothing else going on with these women. Like, we really sat there and listened to Wendy read a blog. What are y'all gonna do? This reunion is seeming very one episode to me. Because what? Like, you know what pissed me off though? I guess we do have something to talk about. When Jazelle was like, oh my God, Ashley, I need to check on you. How did that make you feel? Jazelle and Ashley are hoping with every fiber of their being that the judge just throws out the lawsuit and we don't do too much discovering of what really led up to that night. Because I don't care what nobody says. Ashley and Jazelle and Robin and all of them knew what Deborah came up to that party to do. Deborah came up there to mess with Candace and it went wrong. It went wrong and Kiana ended up getting assaulted with a glass. Who does that? Yeah, you brought Deborah with every intention to destroy. You just didn't think she was going to destroy and damage Kiana. You thought she was going to do that to Candace. You thought she was going to do that to Candace. And Sharice, you a part of it too because you snatched that bottle out of Candace's hand. You a part of it too. I don't trust none of y'all. All of y'all is nasty and dirty as far as I see it. All of y'all. Because this is my thing, right? Ashley was like, well, I thought she was a good person. That's why I brought her to the group. You didn't think she was a good person. There's receipts out there on you. I'm going to shut up because it's not my business to tell. But there's receipts out there on you. You guys set up Deborah to do that to Candace, and we all know it. Okay? This is the thing. Back in season 7, when Sesame Street had you come to a winery and say to Candace, Candace, my friend says that Chris was all in her face and she didn't even think you guys were still together because he was all in her face and yada, 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 yada. Remember? You repeated that a couple of times. You brought her to meet up with Candace several times to ambush Candace, and Candace wasn't listening to none of it. When they rolled back the tapes, your friend was lying. Your friend was lying. You did not think that they were going to have enough evidence to prove that your friend was a liar. And they proved that your friend lied. After that, a decent woman would have been ashamed and said, you know what, girl, you can't come back on the show, not through me, girl. You have embarrassed me, girl. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You got to go. You brought her back. You brought her back. She lied on this woman's husband, and you continue to bring her around Candace. That was intentional. You're never going to convince me that you did not bring her there to start up with Candace on purpose. You asking the camera people, are the cameras down? You did that on purpose, and it blew up in you guys' face. And I hope the judge awards Kiana something for her damages. Okay, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. According to the people on Twitter, they're claiming that Deborah's husband has divorced her now. And that life is just not so good for her. The whole crew don't even hang with Ashley. I'm not buying any of this. I'm not buying any of this. Last time I checked, Jacqueline is cool with Sesame Street. That's why, as much as I love Candace, she's too damn nice to these bitches, man. But anyways, they say that Deborah's husband done left her. I'm not believing none of this because Deborah's husband wanted to be on the show too. That man was in these comments going back and forth with fans talking about Deborah. He was mad that Bravo was catching Deborah in bad and weird angles and said that they made her look ugly on TV. He was just as much a part of the shenanigans as Deborah. He knew what his wife was up to. If he's divorcing her, it is to save his assets. Okay? It's not no real divorce. Deborah she's a clown, and her husband act like a clown too. And Ashley is a clown, and clowns attract clowns apparently. I really do hope that the judge gives Kiana something. Because you don't pick up a glass and hit someone in the face and think you get to go away with it scot-free. No, ma'am. There needs to be consequences. I would sue her, and if they dismiss it, I would bring up another charge and sue her some more. She went online and was bragging about what she had done. And then Kiana needs to also sue the other friend, Sydney. She needs to sue her. Green blazer and ponytail. Sue her. Because don't put your hands on me. They're talking about some, oh, well, Kiana involved herself. No. If we got to talk about this 50 more times, we're going to talk about this. When Deborah walked up into Candace's space, you had Kiana, you had Wendy, and you had Candace. Deborah walked over. She was standing in front of Kiana. When she put her hand up, extended her hand, Kiana's here, Wendy's here, Candace is there. You extended your hand. Bitch, you had your elbows and your armpits in Kiana's personal space. So when you take a drink and you throw it on Candace, I'm sure some of it got on Wendy, and a splash or two probably got on Kiana as well. For you to do that, your elbow and your arm and your jiggle and everything else, your shoulder, your hair and everything is in Kiana's personal space. Kiana had every right to shove you and say, girl, stop that. So she did not involve herself. Sesame Street involved herself in the situation. Because, bitch, if you was really that bitch, you should have walked over to Candace. Don't stand in front of Kiana. Walk around the table like how Sharice did. Go stand over there and talk to Candace. But don't talk to her at all because she didn't want to talk to you. But you stood in front of Kiana. Your arm, your elbow, everything was in Kiana's personal space. So she had every right to shove you. She should have started whooping on you right there in the moment. But she was too classy for that. Because, you know, we grown and we don't have time for that. But, like, for real, I really hope that they award her something. I hope that you can't go around as an adult and do stuff like that. Maybe you could do that when you were 16, 17 years old because you didn't know the consequences existed. You didn't know no better. That girl has a scar on that beautiful face because of you. Kiana better than me. Because I would have picked up whatever glass that was near her. You and I would have both been leaving in matching ambulances. My head bust, your head gonna be bust. And you better be glad if I don't sign my signature on your face. It would be a beautiful, pretty bee. Like the Disney Channel. Yes, bitch. Don't play with me. You're lucky that all Kiana did was put them paws on you. She should have grabbed the glass and returned the favor. That's all I'm saying. Giselle really pissed me off when she made that about, oh, poor Ashley. I just need to check in with Ashley and make sure she's okay. Did somebody hit Ashley in the forehead with a glass object? Because I must have missed that. Then Ashley talking about some, oh my God, I'm starting to realize that Kiana didn't get engaged. Is it my fault? Girl, get the fuck out of here. Anyways, like, whatever. But yeah, I'm just, this is so stupid. As far as Karen not showing up to the reunion, I wanted to do a video, but I ain't had no time, y'all. Let me talk about it now, because there ain't nothing else happening in the episode to talk about. I don't know how I feel. Like I said, at this point, this season was a wash. I don't even think I care. On one hand, I do want to say that Karen should have gone to the reunion. But after watching that video of her, you know, the police body cam, child, if she needed to go to rehab, let her go to rehab. Her life is way more important. You know what I mean? I definitely have a soft spot for Karen, but Karen, you can't be going around here drinking and driving. Like, that's not okay. That's not okay. And I don't know why you would think that it's okay. And at this point, like I said the last time, I'm starting to feel like you've probably done this a lot. You got caught twice, but you probably done this a whole lot of times. And girl, at this point, girl, I don't know. It is what it is. She didn't make it to the reunion. I don't really care. I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't even care. This season has been a wash as far as I'm concerned. It's just, I don't really care. I think that it was on Twitter. And one of my mutuals, L Train, Lionel, he basically was like, this is Karen's karma. She tried to get Candace fired for, you know, season 5 because Candace told Karen, go to hell or burn in hell or whatever. And so she went to HR on Candace and tried to get Candace fired and said that Candace needed psychological help. And we all know why she did that. She did that because people were speculating that either Candace was going to come back or Monique was going to come back. Karen put all her hopes and dreams into Monique. Why? I think because Monique had an army of people helping her to fight Candace, right? She knew Candace is very emotional and she was sheltered, and she saw Candace as weak. She thought Candace was probably going to quit. Or she thought that because the fans didn't like Candace, that she thought Candace wasn't going to be there anymore. She put all her hopes and dreams into Monique, and Monique ended up being the one to leave. When Candace and her was going back and forth, and Candace saw her girl go to hell or burn in hell, or whatever, however way she said it, let me just go ahead and get HR to scoot her on up out of here. And it backfired. But what I don't understand, if y'all contracts say that y'all have help, Karen, why haven't you gotten help? Because Karen, you've been struggling since season 1. You've been going through some stuff since season 1. I was watching all the seasons, so I know. Your mama was sick. You revealed to us that the first season. You was struggling because your mama was not well. You were about to become an empty nester. Your husband was going through some financials. You were downsizing your home. You was going through a lot. Why didn't you get yourself the help? You went to get help for Candace? Because you're full of shit. I feel bad for Karen, but Karen, you full of shit. As far as Robin and Charisse feeling like they have been vindicated, they really need to just sit this one out. You wouldn't make fun of anyone having a disease. You shouldn't make fun of someone being an alcoholic. If that's really what Karen's issue is, or she's having mental health problems or whatever, or depression or whatever, I don't think that you can be vindicated from that. Like, the lady's really going through something. I don't see how that, yeah, I don't know. The best thing for them to do is stay quiet. Or at least Sharice is being quiet. Robin, because Robin, girl, you got bigger fish to fry. Your husband proposed to you in December of 2019. By the time the pandemic hit in March of 2020, he had a pen pal in Canada that eventually tried to extort you guys for money. You have bigger fish to fry. Karen's fish, you let Karen fry it. You fry your own fish and you leave Karen's alone. You cannot be vindicated for none of this. If that lady is unwell, that does not make you or Sharice look good, because Sharice never came to Karen on some sisterly, like, girl, you really need to put the bottle down. You really need to stop drinking so much. Karen, girl, how you doing? Karen, we haven't talked in a long time, but I know you're struggling, girl. What's up? Let's talk. Let's have a good old meal. Let's sit down and let's have a good old talking. You didn't do that. Instead, you came on the show and you wanted to embarrass her. How does that help? How does that help? That doesn't make Sharice look good. It damn sure doesn't make Robin look good, because every time the topic of Karen's drinking ever came up, it was an attempt to embarrass her, to shame her, to make fun of her, to make a moment for yourself on the show. Make fun of Karen so we don't have to talk about what was going on in you guys' life. So how can you be vindicated? You're not vindicated. Y'all all look crazy. Robin, oh, Karen, are you not drinking? Why aren't you drinking, Karen? Are you afraid of what you might say if you get drunk? That's not what you to say to someone who you think has an alcohol issue. Sharice saying, oh, yeah, because Karen, she likes to go out in public and screw these different guys. Oh, yeah, that's going to help her with her sobriety. So as far as them feeling like they're vindicated, as far as Robin opening her mouth to say anything on Reasonably Shady, girl, be careful. Because Juan is still unemployed. Juan still don't got no job. That means Juan has a lot of free time to embarrass you some more. Shut up about Karen and worry about yourself. That's what I'm going to need from you to do, Robin. Okay? I'm going to need you to worry about yourself. Anyways, this video is way longer than I anticipated. I didn't think I would have this much to say about Potomac. We kind of did get off subject a little bit. But anyways, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I would be so remiss if I had not done this. Oh my God, you guys. My goal was to make it to 1K, and y'all showed up and showed out for me. Thank you so much to all my loyal day one subscribers and all my new subscribers. Thank you so much. I know that it's not that big of a deal to some people, but to me it's everything. It meant everything to me. I was like, man, I really want to get 1,000 subscribers before the new year. And baby, y'all showed up, okay? Y'all pushed me over, and I'm so thankful. So grateful, you know. This is only the beginning. We're going to have some fun on this show. I can't wait to, you know, chop it up with y'all, you know. I meant to do a video before this. I don't know. I want to go live. I don't know what would y'all want to talk about? Y'all know, like, jump in the comments and tell me some suggestions. Like, what y'all want to talk about? But, I owe y'all live. Like, I need to chop it up with my people. I need to talk to y'all. Y'all need to talk to me. I need to hear from y'all, you know? But I'm so thankful. Thank you to everyone. Cause child, it's been a long road. Okay, it's been a long road. But we made it. We made it over 1K, and I'm so happy. This is only the beginning. Now we gotta get to 2K. But thank you guys so much. Thanks for everybody. Man, I did the story on Ashley Braxton, and man, y'all showed up for me, y'all. Okay, y'all blew it up. I ain't never had no numbers like that. So thank you to everyone, to all my subscribers, to all my new ones and my old ones, and let's have some fun. Okay, I'm about to do Traders next, and Toya and Reginae's show is coming back, And y'all let me know some other shows I should talk about. Yeah, y'all let me know. I really do like when y'all talk to me in the comments. Y'all be talking to me. I'm always running my mouth on these videos. I want to hear from y'all. What y'all got to say? You know, what y'all think? Even if you don't agree with me, what y'all think? I will not get mad at nobody if you disagree with me. Okay, I'm not that. I mean, I'm sensitive, but I ain't that sensitive. Okay, I want to hear, like, you know, let's have some conversation. But anyways, but yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.